Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow. I remember this endless cold. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another Empress. Delilah was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dowd could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask, but you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo, and you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an Empress. Dowd could have told you about that, too.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along. Never thought I'd be here again. Feels as good as I remember. Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne. I've been...
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Jessamine, if all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky. You shouldn't be here. No one should. In thousands of years, few have seen this place. 2 were empresses.
Who is Delilah, really? Jessamine's sister? Bearing the outsider's mark?
There's a strange power in this place.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn, and I'd been up all night dancing, 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you.
When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain. It was years ago.
2 weeks.
The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known.
Looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down, and the blood flies are bad this year.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. There are a few black market shops scattered across the city. Brisk trades in bullets and knives these days. Tensions are high in Karnaca. Things are falling apart and the Grand Guard is roughing up strangers on sight. Avoid them. You'll have to cross Karnaca on foot to reach Addermeyer. Rough going right now, with the riots and firing squads. You look almost as old as Sokolov. Don't hurt your back while you're stabbing people to death.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you. Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years? Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca. Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now. As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
Take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot. You don't know me, but you can trust me. I remember your name from the days of the Rat Plague. I've been through a lot too, but I have to say, it's sad about the old Empress.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. You wanna buy one?
Sure.
Welcome
What
to
ship is that
Karnaca,
out there?
stranger. Outside is crooked cock.
Playing dice tonight.
Fellow Serkonan, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassination.
Hey, come here. I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Adamire Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
There's a basement nobody uses. It's below the dentist office, on the corner just down from the overseer outpost. Bring the body there. Look for the carriage station where the railway goes into the rock. Meet me at the old basement near there, with the corpse. Don't let anyone see you. I'll give you something good and tell you how to get to Adamire. One way, at least. The guy's been dead less than a day. No stink. Watch out. The overseers don't mess around.
Welcome. Your face is no concern of mine. You won't regret it. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. News isn't good, they say. They should do like glad we could do business. Mm-hmm. come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Fellow Serkonans, let us rejoice at the crowning of our new Empress Delilah Baldwin.
You know how it's supposed to go to us.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos, now royal consort to the Empress. For 3 days following the Duke's return to Karnatha, all official government activities will
Stop us.
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
It's infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
More likely we all get stunned to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Place, Karnatha. I weep for it. What are you prepared to do to save it?
Wanted man again. Welcome home.
It's just pay the fine and be done
Move
with
along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need...
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside. Root out the signs of corruption. Seek the scribblings and scratchings of heresy. What's that? know not the mind of the deviant.
Someone is asking for trouble over there!
Root out the signs of corruption. Seek the scribblings and scratchings of heresy. You know not the mind of the deviant, for their thoughts are drowned in dark waters.
They will rise
If I only had a boat of my own, that's the life.
I will ask again today if this is truly her chosen...
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here. And I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge. Or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
Until she confessed to playing alone in an empty newspaper shop at the edge of doubt. Each day.
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft back to the boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the aisles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
We harden ourselves to the cries of the apocalypse.
A glittering thing. That's all it was. A bauble, a trinket. Yet it caught my eye. Why be tempted by such gilded nothings? I will ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first. I was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider. He knows my heart, tests me, taunts me. I will not give in.
Flame as we must to keep our charges from
Whatever. This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kindana. Until then, we should stay where we are.
Won't the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
and to later bear the heretic's brand across the flesh of his... You will know. Stay to the flesh that is familiar. I say this now to all the faithful in our society. Your allegiance should be first and most fiercely to your family, to your neighbors, and to the Abbey of the Everyman. Princes and queens rise and fall, but a succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime, shielding you from the outer horrors of war. hold closest to the 7 strictures. Rome in Dunwall, and that the Duke of Circinus is in her thrall. Do not doubt. We will verify this claim, and we will act. Smoke will billow. Fires will lick the stones of Dunwall Tower. And at the end of it all, the Abbey will stand in the ashes. Let not the wanderer into your home, friends. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered by family and neighbors for reasons tested and true. It is oft because they have turned their backs on tradition and on the 7 strictures themselves. A wanderer. Gamble with all the a chaos not seen. By the strict. The muscle as a sponge, from the mind and body. Burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so the others will...
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. You wanna buy one?
Come on, come. Hey, you got him. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right then. This is goodbye.
So now you've been paid, hit the road. Stay on the good side of the Howlers, my friend. We're moving up in Karnaca. Going to run this place someday. See you again sometime. That's it then.
Store that they wouldn't let us take the carriage. Adamire is closed to the public.
We'll have to try again. We have to see Dr. Hypatia.
Welcome to Winslow's Safes. Feel free to have a look around.
Station. This should take me out to the Institute. This must be the alchemist's apartment. Alexandria Hypatia. So much misery under tyrants like the Duke. More corpses, more blood flies.
I spend less and less time here at my apartment, but my work at Adamire demands it. After the horrible failures of my first serum, I'm more determined than ever to help the miners. It's not my say how hard the Duke and his cronies drive the workers, but until he sees reason, I'll do what I can to make their lives better, and to provide comfort to their families. It's my obsession, this work, and the impact it will have on the least privileged people in Karnaca. Studying the original plague elixirs, I'm close to something.
When I find Hypatia, I'll see what she knows about the Crown Killer. Every coin I pick up brings me closer to making things right again.
Winslow's Safes. Feel free to have a look around.
So he says, keep alert. And I says, I am alert. I've been alert. And he says,
nearest station. This should take me out to the Institute. It'll be safe to touch the carriage rails now.
I wonder who that was.
Definitely heard something. Better check.